much last week, but YouTube, of course, is kind of more engaging for me. So I see that a lot of you are in chat. Thank you for your patience. We're still gonna have our Tal session, an hour and everything, but I guess the good news for my YouTube people is that I'm recovered from COVID, so that's great. I did manage to see my mom. That's kind of why I was absent over the last month. I went for a week and then I kind of got COVID and had to stay for another 2. But we're all good, all healthy, all happy. I'm well fed right now. And we are gonna have some fun with Tal. With the tournaments coming up and everybody wanting to do more and more and more active games, I couldn't think of a better person than Tal. We have plus 200 games of Tal that kind of made it into a puzzle, so we're not gonna run out of it, and we're probably gonna be doing that as like a mini series for the next few weeks. So without further ado, let's jump to it. And this one, Tal is playing as black, and I actually don't know who white is. Kholmov. I'm fairly certain I've seen this name before, but my chess history does not guarantee me a little bit more. That is true. Tal was only world champion for 1 year, but he was a very, very dynamic world champion, so we'll still look into his games. Why not? So, what do we think? Let me also do a little cute double checking from my end. Black to move. And these puzzles, even though they're tall, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna look into and find like super tactics, super checkmate, super blah blah, because they were real games. It doesn't mean that it's, you just have to find the best move in the position. And let me make sure I actually see what I'm doing. It's for my own sake. Nope, that's Caleb. Wait. That is quite a funny thumbnail. I agree. Nice. Alright, so I see a few of you are already suggesting some funny business with your rook. So what do we think? I do have 1.5 in person. Oh, I was dividing. I was dividing. I thought that Ben Simon would like to like divide his attention, so I can't consider that as half. So.
I feel like pawn takes c6 would be really annoying. So.
Okay.
But I mean, if we're considering rook takes f3, which is appealing, we might as well play rook takes c3 first, right?
Good analysis, but what? Well, if you play rook takes c3, what if white just plays queen to e4 or e2? I think e4 would be better, but.
True, that's true.
So, what about with the YouTube land? All right, Hunter, I think you're thinking very critically. I like it. Giving me more.
Yeah, I want rook takes f3. We're up. Well, after that we could be up 2 pawns anyway and have an attack.
All right, so I guess rook f3 it is. Anybody opposing rook f3? No opposition? All right, then let's do it. Yeah, I like rook f3. And what if, well, in the game, opponent just took over here. And I agree, because if they take this, now we could simply do this check. We could also just bring the rook, so we are including a rook as well. And now this is just really great. I could take over here. Next I want to do this. You can't really stop it. You can delay it, but you can't really stop it, because I will continue to bring more pressure different ways, and this will drop, and as soon as it drops, so does the king. So opponents tried to get a little creative, and they were like, alright, I'm not gonna take this. So they did not decide to take our rook. Now they're simply deciding, they're simply attacking our bishop. Now what do we do?
Now rook takes c3.
Ooh, rook takes c3. If rook takes c3, well, the queen would probably have to move. Where do you think the queen would go?
Maybe a2.
So the suggestion is this, and then maybe queen a2. Well,
Or maybe a4.
Queen a4, it does give this chance.
That's true. Sorry.
No, don't worry. No, somebody's saying queen h2, rook f2. Whoa. Alright, let's just go back to here. I'm going to answer you why this is not wrong. Well, queen b2. Never mind, this works. I got roasted. I thought the computer would have something cool. They don't. I got roasted. This actually works for black, but Tal had different ideas. He, the super tactical individual that he is, he did something a little bit more feisty than rook takes c3. If in your real game you played rook takes c3, you get a thumbs up from me. That's pretty good. What else do we have?
I mean, we could leave our rook hanging there and play, well, queen b8 for one thing. Queen takes b5.
I don't really like this. It's too back. Yeah.
Queen to g5. No, I'm just saying really slow.
So what happened to this idea? Why didn't you like that?
Yeah, I because I saw the b8 more recently, so
Huh.
it's just a classic mistake. Yeah, that looks.
I also don't think anybody in the chat mentioned queen takes b5.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get rid of that pawn and protect the bishop. So yeah, that's my move now.
So you like rook h3. Perfect, thank you. Double takes.
Wait, I like what?
So wait, no, in the chat there's a rook h3 suggestion.
Oh.
I don't know where that's leading to though. I see what you want. I see you're trying to do a little checkmate, but they just take it. If you give check, they'll just move away. If you give check, they'll just block. If f3 didn't exist, yeah, that would kind of be cool actually.
Yeah, there's a big difference between taking it on f3 and h3.
Yeah. So unfortunately, rook h3, as cool as it is, it does not work. So what else? T. Yes. I had my doubts.
You bring your own tea.
I do. This one is like chocolate toffee, black tea. Where can you find this?
Not here.
That's true. The club has been increasing their black tea frequency, but all right. So Queen b5 is actually the most interesting one. Although if you did play Rook c3, pretty good, nothing wrong with it. But Queen takes b5 is a little bit more, I guess, tall-like. And Queen b5 is a little bit more tall. I like that actually. And then you can just play around and perform this painful checkmate. Right? No?
Sure.
Did I shock the chat? Okay, so somebody wanted to do Rook g8. So yeah, the thing is, we want the opponent to take this. That's why we kind of want to leave that aside. If you play Rook g8, they're going to take this. If you move this rook, well, they can't take it anymore. We moved it, right? So instead of taking this mistake away from the opponent, let's try to give them the chance to actually do it. If they don't do it, all right, perfect. I have my extra piece, and I'll have my attacking chances. I'm liking this. All right, let's move it along. No, wait, that's not the way to move it along. This is the way. No. All right. Again, black to move. Surprisingly, wait, actually. This one, Tal lost. So let's look at it from white. So Tal was doing a very cool attack over here. Again, Tal is black, but he lost it. So we want to look at it from white to see how would we beat Tal. How do we become taller than Tal? When I was a kid, I thought it was so weird that people's last names are like tall and short and other things, and it was just kind of funny for me because, I mean, Mr. Short is not short at all, and I don't think Tall was that tall. So, anyways.
I don't think Bobby Fischer fished too often.
Nice one. No, it was always kind of funny because in Farsi, our names actually mean something. When I don't know most of the, I don't know the meaning of Bobby or Mikhail. I don't know the meaning behind it. Maybe they're just historical names. But in Farsi, my name means pearl and my last name is bright. So it's everything has kind of a meaning. So I kind of like that aspect of my native language. Anywho, how did the king end up on d2? Well, one guess is that Tal started to go bananas on it. And the other guess that I would make, which I think is a better guess, is that there was something here that Tal just recently ate, I think. And for that reason, this queen is already here. So very, very surprisingly, this king is actually safe. Tal's king is safe. So an opponent's king is not. So what do you think Mr. Pasman did as a white? Alright, Moda has a suggestion of taking over here. Well, if we take that, what do you think your opponents would do? That is the first thing you should think about, so good job, good start. I'm not going to. The chat is silent. The in-person is silent. I feel like I should start singing.
Well, now I'm just going to stay silent.
I'm not going to. Although I did get my karaoke, whatever, voice back after COVID. For a while there, I couldn't perform. But now I can.
You do karaoke?
No.
Oh.
But the voice was gone, so that was a very good reason not to do it. All right. So I'm getting a suggestion of, okay, take. then what do we plan to do with this beautiful queen? Feels kind of trapped, honestly. Do it. I know people are seeing it. Oh, somebody wants to do bishop h6. Well, I think the first mistake, the first issue, not necessarily mistake, I see with bishop h6 is a take. It's giving you a check, so you have to take, and then queen f4 gives you another check and picks up the rook. So that's, I think, the first and most annoying problem I see with bishop takes h6. What else you got? So that's the username that said rook g1 repetition. I know that's, I don't know how to say it, Sachi, I don't know, but I know that's chess, and I don't remember what is, I don't know what's Gyachi, but kind of make me hungry. Start thinking what those little, what are they? Yeah, some, I know it's written with a G, which is kind of silent. Yeah, there's a lot of silent ones in there. Pretty tasty. Ooh, b5. Wait. Ooh, b3, then bishop f3. I like that. The move that I was thinking about was queen f1. I haven't finished calculating if that's the best one, but queen f1, I can do bishop d3 or bishop f3, so I kind of, oh yes, thank you. I don't know how to say it though. I'm trying. Gunai? Wait, that's not. I can't say it, but they're tasty. Now I just need somebody to actually say it, but that's impossible to do with the chat. Anyways, yeah, so I kind of like queen f1, so I have both options. But Mr. Pasman actually did rook g1. Rook g1 is another cool one because now you have bishop d3 and you're protecting g2. Because my suggestion was that, well, the suggestion I gave with queen c1, I mean, I think it also works, but we don't want to give up our rook, I guess. But I mean, even then we would have advantage. So,
are you ready?
Well, for what? Oh yeah. I can't say that. No, I'm not even gonna try. I'll just this food just will be remembered as the Italian cool, not pasta thing that has a silent G. People will know. All right. Yeah, I thought queen f1 was cool, but rook g1 makes even more sense, and this queen will be lost. Wait, actually, if we did queen f1 after f5, would that still work? Okay, maybe not that. Yeah, now that queen f3 could get a little ugly. I mean, we could be next. I mean, if we take, we'll be up a rook, but anyways.
Why not queen takes?
Yeah, exactly. We could be up a rook, but if we were trying to maximize our advantage, rook g1 would be the best one.
Okay.
Wait, yeah. So that's how Tal lost, which I think is kind of cool because I actually haven't seen that many games that Tal loses in my life. So yeah. Alright, another one from Tal. Alright, he actually does win this. This one is a little bit longer because we're not just like sacrificing immediately. Whoops. But we need to prepare for it. I know everybody is seeing some ideas, but the preparation is just as important as deciding if we should do those moves or not. So in the chat, what I would like, well, both my in-person and online audience to do is to just kind of start shooting moves, shooting out your candidate moves first, and like don't think too much about it. Tell me like what is your intuition telling you, What's your gut telling you? And then after that, we can talk about how to modify your gut. Well, yeah. Thank you, Jit. Been growing them for years.
There was my stomach big ground for 3 days.
Same boat as mine. Nice. Wait, so what happened? I wanted not the gut I was expecting. For you, I might prescribe some pills. Not kidding. No surgical intervention. All right, knight f7. Now that's a little surgical interventions. And okay, bishop f4. That's another kind of cool one. Although bishop f4 is not really moving in the opponent's king direction because our queen is there, our knight is kind of ready. All right, so now that we've covered gut feelings, let's start thinking a little more chess-wise. So what does the opponent want right now? If it's black to move, what do they want? You figured it out. You can block that, and that already gives you a move choice. Raymond, me too. I seriously do. So does my cat, actually. He's been having some small issues too.
E takes.
Yeah, black wants to eat our pawn in the middle of the board. So we don't want to give gifts, not to opponent anyways. So in order to prevent giving free stuff to the opponent, what do we do?
I mean, you could take D takes E6, but I don't.
Don't help your opponent develop. It's okay. It's okay. No, that's good. You get to actually talk out loud and figure out.
I didn't like it either.
I know. I didn't release any snakes on you. I'm actually terrified of snakes. Bugs, I've grown used to just smashing them, but snakes, Alright, something on d1. Perhaps taking on e6. The reason I don't like it is that my pawn on d5 is so beautifully blinding that b7 bishop, making sure that opponent's queen is just tucked away. So if I take it, opponent will take back with the queen and immediately is attacking my knight, immediately gaining piece activity, immediately developing. So how do I try to limit my opponent's piece activity / development? Became a little more philosophical than psychological, I guess. Oh, chess and philosophy. I did read on something on meals this morning for a class. Bishop h3, yes, thank you for few people in the chat who did mention it. Yeah, bishop h3. Now, bishop h3, it's such a weird move that you might not think about it first time you look at this position, right? Why would you move that bishop from beautiful g2 to h3? And your reasoning should be, it would bother opponents, it would block their ideas, and it would make them uncomfortable. That's good enough reasoning for me. Chess is a battle. You gotta make your opponent as uncomfortable as possible, legally. And so bishop h3, we were blocking this pawn from getting funny with us. Let's say opponent just moves the queen away. Alright, now they still do want to eat this, but this queen coming just a little higher is giving me some ideas for further development. Bishop f4 is really winking at me. Alright, there we go. Let's say now bishop d6. Because if bishop f4, now I have some really cool ideas with just putting this knight wherever I want to say a little hello to this queen. So for this reason, bishop d6. Alright, now what do we do? That is true. Now knight f7 is looking a little kind of cool, actually, isn't it? So let's make sure, I like that your first gut feeling is this knight f7. So let's just check the chess of it and make sure it works. So how do we feel? The other question you could ask yourself is, what would Tal do? It's kind of funny because I've had games that I was like playing and I kept asking myself, so what would like this great player do? And then I was like, but this is too dull. If I played like that, I would just have a worse position. I would have to suffer. And then I would have to think, what would my brother do? And then I was like, my brother is a attacky, like crazy, boom, boom, bam, bam, king side, woo. So I actually have done a few games and won some just because of the mindset that I tried to think, what would somebody else do? Because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So, knight f7. I do like knight f7. So, is there anything that we see is wrong with it? So, I agree. Whoa, whoa. If the queen takes, okay, that will be very pleasant. And if they take over here, then I think simply taking on d8 should be good, because this is also falling, and this is also falling. So a lot of things are getting pretty. Ooh, I kind of actually like this too. I don't know which one I would do actually. Which one should we do? So many things to eat. Actually, let's eat this. This one is falling regardless. Even if they take it, then I can just come back and eat this too. So I like knight f7. First look is looking cool. So what about if the king takes? Bishop takes where?
e6.
The only thing that there are two in they're like c6 and d6. E6 and d6. No, it's bad. It was a little hard to hear. Yeah. So, ooh, another fun idea with e5. I think e5 is definitely interesting, though it does open our queen, but I don't want to give this, and then like I don't want to give this chance. It gets a little too interesting. I don't want to do that. Yeah, if it's something looking this sharp, I kind of want to eat it already. And so after take, king moves away, and now what should we do? Ideas left and right. We're looking at some funny Tal games. He won one, he lost one.
I think e5 looks better.
Ooh, now e5. Huh. No queen ideas? Oh, I was just thinking about queen a4, but I don't think that actually works.
Queen what?
I was just considering queen to a4 check, but I don't think that works. In the first glance, it looked very promising. I really wish I had my rooks on e1 and d1 already. Does the philosopher Jagger wants it? You can't always get what you want. So,
I don't know, if we try, maybe we can get what we need.
nice. Is this the game or what could be played? These are actually Tal's games. So, alright, I think people are really rooting for e5. So, I'm actually kind of liking e5 as well. Alright, queen open. attack over here. This bishop is just beautiful. Now, yes, if took, then I am simply a fan of either right now rook e1 or queen e4 or just take then rook e1. It's just so many options. And if I had to choose one, oh, I don't want to choose. No, if I had to choose one, I would take it and then play rook e1. And my queen still has some queen a4 checks, queen h7 takes, and I have a lot of ideas that I can try to achieve. Yeah, so opponent here, Lozov just went bishop f8. Alright, now what do we do? I'm liking it. The other one that I'm kind of truly liking is just getting my rook involved, but I think queen h7 is actually a better idea. So, yeah. And because I have this, because of this beautiful diagonal check, yeah, I agree. And I think opponents, black is just right now trying to survive even a little longer, but I don't really see that happening. Alright, how do we finish it off? Wait, there's a suggestion in the chat about something on h1 king. I do not want to self-checkmate anytime soon. Rook d1. I'm kind of sure that should work too, but I have something more aggressive in mind and more delicious.
Queen f7?
That's what I was thinking. Also, maybe queen g7, same merit. That's what I was kind of trying to decide on, but Tal went for queen f7. I don't see why not queen g7.
Give some insurance.
Yeah, exactly. Pawns are delicious. If you can't, yeah. So queen f7, I think it should be the same. If anybody knows why not queen g7, let me know in chat or leave a comment below if you watch this later. And okay, this is just desperate tries. What do we do?
Bishop takes and then queen e8.
Yeah, I was thinking queen g8 should be checkmate too. Knight has to come, take.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
Nice. Queen f7 is more stylish. Perhaps. Perhaps a little more classy. A little more, oh, I don't even need your pawn style. Sure. Alright. Well, this one was very nice. I really liked it. Again, this also does work, to be fair. So. Exactly, queen e7 also does work, and then you go down. Yeah, yep. Thank you, Pipe and Chuck. Oh wait, Pipe and Chuck, I remember you. I remember your username. Alright, let's move it along. We have a lot of Tal stuff. So again, no! Tal is white here, and opponent's last move is knight e5. Alright, what should we do? Also, my other question is, why is that knight on e7? Probably ate the bishop there, right? Where was it to get to e7? Probably d5 then? This is too confusing.
But also one knight e5 and not just queen takes.
What do you mean?
Oh, never mind. I see. There might be on.
Blame it on the light.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it was.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's messing with me. I'm just hoping everything happens on the king side.
Really?
What?
Really? Truly it's the
It's a little bit, but not that bad.
That's pretty bad.
Have you watched Bones, the TV show? You remember that at the beginning the scientists were called squints because they were squinty? Well, here's an idea. Alright, so I would love to do knight g6, but there are a few issues. First of all, pawn f takes g6, queen defending the rook. Second issue, knight takes knight, knight defending the rook. So, oh, that's kind of similar. Seems like an Anastasia checkmate, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Would so a small poll. Please feel free to leave a thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs up as a 6, thumbs down as a 9. Wait. Yes. I had a class. They made us do this. So thumbs up is a 6. If I told you guys that I learned about the name of Anastasia's checkmate and like in the past year, and for the name of fried liver in the past 4 years, would you believe me? You would believe me. Interesting.
Well, our grandmaster in residence didn't know the name Anastasia's mates the other day. So.
Yeah. So I guess no need for thumbs up or thumbs down. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it's just such an American thing. I lived in Spain, I grew up in Iran, I played all around Europe, 35 countries. There was no fried liver. Fried liver was a meal when I'm from.
Yeah, I mean, the same reason
Yeah. And like the whole Scholar's checkmate and Anastasia's checkmate, and the only thing I knew was smothered checkmate. And it was just, whoa, yeah, a lot of fun stuff. So you technically don't need to know the names to be professional or even get pretty cool titles like me. So if you don't know what's Anastasia's checkmate, just look it up for the purpose of it, but you don't need to actually know the name.
What if you had to know the name in order to play it in a game? That was the rule.
Oh, I wouldn't want to play in that tournament. Knight f5 and knight d5. I like those ideas. Perhaps knight, not knight f5 because the bishop could take, but I do like the knight d5 idea. Good job. Fried liver e4, e5, f4. Wait, that's king's gambit. Yes, fairly soon. Yeah, I like knight d5. Good job. And I like it because you are actually utilizing this beautiful queen over here. So knight d5, good idea. Queen has to kind of go to d8. It's literally the only move that does save the game. So, ooh, Mr. Prezer, you're, whoa, so awesome. I like knight c7 more though. My reasoning is like knight b6 should also be the same. Just knight c7 is more painful. It's like you came from e7 to c7. You're kind of showing how much you think little of the opponent, and you just put your knights from one 7th rank square to another 7th rank square. It's slightly more bothersome. Yeah. But I think the legalities of it, knight b6 should be the same, because if pawn takes, again we take, and this is still going to be checkmate. Why not f4? Wait, pawn or knight? But we're gonna eat pieces, we're gonna eat stuff. Let's eat stuff. I had a relatively oily meal a few minutes ago, but I can always eat more pieces. It's like snacks. Now we do f4, alright. Skaki? Wait. I can't read that I'm gonna just go with strategy. Yes, the username with strategy, something about chess. Yeah. Only in exchange. What do you want? Oh. Yeah, this is like, you already have clear advantage. This is also, one of it is also gonna drop. This is, what do you need? Opponent's head on a silver platter? This is as good as it gets in chess. Alright. Hopefully no kids are watching this. Let's continue. Feeling good? Any questions? Okay. All right, we got another one coming up. No. All right, tall is white, black made queen c7 move. Now what do we do? Why do you need that bishop? You're winning. Oh, we always want more pieces. Pieces, pawns, anything we can eat. In chess, you should be hungry. Chess should be played hungry. Ooh, rook takes bishop, interesting. Rook e8, very interesting. So I see that, to kind of put it in better translation, I see that the chat is kind of thinking about the placement of these two pieces and it wants to do something to this, right? And that's why queen c7 was a mistake from black side, because they put their queen and king in a very edible position. So how do we go about it? I kind of like rook d7. I'm going to keep my hungriness. Wait, the rook d7, rook takes c5. Yeah, just the rook f7 check and then pick that up. Yeah, I actually like this. Rook e8 is a maybe, but rook e8, take, check, move. Wait, the other thing about rook e8 is what if just take? If check, you gotta move this. Yeah, this is, I mean, you could eat more. Okay, this is winning too. I'm not gonna argue that. Rook e8 though, perhaps is not forced to eat it. What if black just tries to help cover up this diagonal instead? I think that rook d7 is a sure thing, so let's just do it. Yeah, take, and we just checked, and we start eating pieces like brownies. Alright, any questions on this one? Should I jump to the next one? Alright, I'm liking these. Whoa, 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 spoiler alert, no. Alright, actually, it is black to move, so not much spoilers. But whoa, whoa, hold on. Look at the white position and then look at the black position. White kind of feels a little more spaced out, a little more activity. So my assumption is that the move that white will make right now, queen d4, is a mistake. Now, why do you think queen d4 is possibly a mistake? Is there anything specific about the d4 square, perhaps?
I mean, the pawn is pinned and the bishop is on a beautiful diagonal.
True. Also, the queen is loose. Alright, let's put all of it together.
Yeah. Knight takes e5 I'm looking at.
So you're kind of doing like a triple pin. Wait, there's a double. Which one would be the third one? Alright. I do like knight d5, yeah.
Okay.
And what? Oh, did you have another idea?
Oh, I thought you said knight d5.
Oh.
I think you said knight 2.
Oh, no, no, no. And yeah, so knight e5. And if rook takes, we just take back. And we end up with extra material and another beautiful little hello. Oh, I want to sing the hello, it's me. I've been wondering when I can eat more pawns. Yeah, this is beautiful. I want to play more games like this. But no, so like, yeah, just looking at this position, white looks pretty cool, right? But white made the mistake of putting their queen in harm's way. So even if they don't, so that's one of the reasons whenever I play, I try to deliberately avoid putting my pieces in loose squares. Like, I see that this pawn is under attack, so the first thing that I'm kind of thinking is f4. I haven't calculated it, I don't know if that's the best move, but the first thing that I'm considering is this. Yes, centralizing the queen, attacking the bishop looks good, but the fact that this bishop is in this diagonal really creeps me out.
What would you play? That's white.
Well, I was thinking about f4,
Oh, you.
and like immediately after I do want to do like a rook c1.
Okay.
So I guess that's what I'm thinking about right now. Unless you can convince me otherwise. Also, I think it's probably, I'm going to flip it, the fact that I'm a little biased. I love f4s. Like, if I can't do it, I will do it. Let's get a little extra help. Oh, no f4? Okay, actually f4 not a bad move. Probably not the best one, because especially for computers, f4 looks just creepy. But no, f4, yeah. f4 does work. f6 seems to be a little concerning, but I guess the other move, that I didn't actually consider this too deeply, apparently rook e4. Same idea of attacking this bishop and just putting the queen on e2 after. I think this is much more, I guess, classy than f4, f5. So yeah. The issue with rook c1 is that this pawn is under attack. We should not give up this pawn voluntarily. So we gotta defend this pawn. All right. Let's continue. Okay. Tal is white. And the final move of black, b5. Ha ha ha. What do we do? I feel like I need my evil laughter button. If you just saw the other puzzle, this should be already giving you a little chills.
I really want to take on b5, but I don't know.
Me too.
I don't know if I want to take with the knight or the bishop.
Well, I think taking with the knight because we're forcing the opponent to take back. And now what do we do?
Oh, no.
Yeah. And we eat this. Right. So that's why it's so important. Like, obviously, black didn't intend to give up the queen, right? They just wanted to trap the bishop. So perhaps, I actually don't know what was white's last move in this position, but I'm guessing that black kind of like pushed this, and black had this idea coming, and white of course saw it and had this rook set up. So I think white set a trap. That's what would make the most sense to me, because black's pawn on e4 and black's just like piece placement is actually looking very sharp for trapping the bishop. So I think if black just did a little bit differently, if just this queen wasn't here, this b5 could actually work. So yeah, be careful with your pieces. Wait, hold on now. Would queen a4 work? a5 work? Speaking of that, with the idea of b5. Huh. How do we feel about that? Would that work?
So say bishop b2 then.
Then pawn to b5.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then trying to trap it.
I
Yeah.
was, yeah. I was. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking.
No, you're good. I just thought about it. So wait, what is wrong with queen a5? Okay, bishop d6. Let's say I'm completely oblivious. Ah, yeah. Never mind. Bishop b4, you still move the queen. Bishop b3. So perhaps not exactly trapping it, but if black intended on trapping, queen a5 does. Oh, actually, queen a5 is the best move of the position. So, all right. Yeah, again, I agree. Like, it's not exactly trapping this bishop, but I think queen a5 was, regardless, whoa, the best move for black. All right, let's do one or two more, depending on how strong they are. And, all right, this one, black to move. And so in this position, white's final move is rook g1. So we've been doing few of these regarding Tal, so let's just try to focus on what changed. The rook going from e1 to g1, what changed? Why do we see that? Why do you think the black managed to win after that? Oh, thank you, Troy boy. I like the idea of involving my queen in one of these two squares. I really wish I could, do something about this. It's not exactly a hint, it's more of a wish. So, whoa, vicious fruit fly. The second thing I wish Pishi would do is to actually hunt down fruit flies. They're too small for him. We should have a Pishi segment.
Really?
I've been considering it. I'm going to be taking him some of my classes next week, so we'll see how that goes. University classes, to clarify. This knight here also could get more involved, per se. I like the placement of these because it's kind of giving me some cool ideas. Rook d4, huh. Alright, let's say rook d4. The issue is, what if queen takes? Yeah, I don't really like that. Actually, if the pawn takes, my bishop is still boxed in. Yeah, nah. We can do better. Knight e5. Whoa. What if pawn takes? Alright, guys, just because it's tall, it doesn't mean we gotta start going bananas with our pieces. I don't really see how you would want to follow up. So there are less loose pieces in this position than a few previous ones that we saw. So we can't go as vicious with our pieces as we did before. How do you like knight b2? I know I just said no viciousness, but Pawn to g5 is also, I think, interesting, but the first thing that comes to mind is what if white just chills? It doesn't really do anything about it. So knight b2, my idea, well, I guess Tal's idea is if take, simply check and pick it up. And a piece is a piece. And if not, now we can simply do this. Although this might not be as simple as we would hope for it to be. So if you had trouble finding that, to be 100% fair, just bringing knight back to c4, not a problem. Or even if you wanted to take knight takes d1, not a problem, because you do have a little advantage. You do have the luxury of not finding the super grandmaster move. But the super grandmaster move is the queen h2. The Tal move is the queen h2, and then you're just like, all right, my queen is chilling, let me just go back. And the idea is if you were to take, just take. Now the other rook will wait. I thought the other, wait, sorry, king f2. Take, and we'll just eat that. Go away. And if king e2, we'll just double check and we'll just eat. So ultimately you end up with extra material. But then again, to be fair, knight c4 is a crazy idea. And even if you do this, your opponent could simply not fall for your trap and just play queen to d3. Now what would we do? Very bad coordination. Yeah, white spaces are just ugh. Alright, now what should black do? Now, I mean, I want to eat your queen, so you should probably do something about that. This is so difficult. I agree. It's Tal. What do you expect? I think that one of the most interesting, I guess, medical facts that I learned about Tal was that he only had 3 fingers.
Total?
Each hand.
Both? 3?
Yeah, 3 and 3. So it kind of looked like a Ninja Turtle. Yeah. So, I mean, to be fair, even after queen d3, I don't think you actually need to find a super move. All you gotta do is just not lose your queen, so just save it. And you ate that pawn, so now you actually have an extra pawn, and the opponent's king is just miserable, and the opponent's pieces are just so crammed together that's gonna make anybody want to cry. So yeah, psychologically you're winning. Material-wise, you're better. Your position is just better, and your opponent doesn't really have any compensation. There are a lot of positions in chess that it's like you have to find like the exact move, exact idea. This is not one of those. This one's you have freedom to just do whatever you want within reason and keep your piece activity and just improve your position without having to worry about finding that exact move. And that's such a psychological relief, because if you've ever played one of those games that you just have to find one move, it's so hard to not break at some point. So the quiet move, yeah, I like that idea too. But no, I think this puzzle was quite insane. Yeah, doing knight c4 is just whoa. But again, to be fair, you don't have to play queen h2 immediately. You could simply go knight c4. And I'm checking this with engine just to make sure I'm not saying weird stuff, but knight c4 actually is just as good. And now you have the same idea. Now if opponent tries to play queen d3, we could continue with the g5 ideas that was presented in the initial position. So just compare this to the initial position, right? Opponents played rook g1, and we were just like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and eat a pawn. We could just come back now, and perfect. Pawns are pawns. So the bad idea about rook g1 was that it gave up the pawn. So that kind of concludes our tonight's class. Sorry that you are actually true. Thank you, Benson, my fact checker. I thought it was just 3 and 3. never mind. That does actually, with that lovely fact, we do conclude our class. I actually enjoyed doing Tal a little, so we're gonna probably continue doing the same ideas for next few weeks as well. And if you have any ideas, if you have any recommendations, any specific things you want me to prepare for our future lessons, feel free to leave a comment below, even shoot me an email, however you want. And yeah, don't forget to take care of your mental health. Have a good night, everybody.